Good morning. Going over a little bit more of the Carenza. Shadow boxing with the stick, double stick, stick and dagger, sword, whatever you're going to do it with. Today we're going to focus a little bit on basic stroking of the stick. Alright, numbering systems. You can create your own numbering systems. Very simple. You can go up, you go down, you can stop, go around, you can thrust, you can scoop, you can flick. Alright, basic numbering systems. 1. Alright, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. There are so many systems at college. So many different numbering systems. You can make up your own. Don't freak out about the numbering system. Have something simple that you can go to, and just when you are stuck, you can just simply go through a basic numbering system to get yourself back in line, and then you just start flying into some of the stuff we did the other day, right? Your redondos, florettis, with tick, basic slashes and figure eights, one side of the X, the other side of the X, those simple strokes, and then all of a sudden you go into a basic numbering system, right? Just to, again, if nothing else, just solidify it into your system, all right? And then back into the stroking, all right? Amara, you can have a little pattern, basic Amara pattern. And again, you can change directions every time you go. Change directions. It's up to you. And then you start to add in deflections, basic blocking. So right away, let's look at some of the most simple and well-known deflections and blocks. First one would probably be roof block. All right, roof deflection. It can handle almost everything. Doesn't matter if it comes in this angle, that angle, straight over, low. It's the same basic motion, but you're just bending over, zoning slightly, zoning. Make sure you're moving your body. Drop. Checking hand is coming in. You're zoning your head out of the way, and then you're always following up. So let's say we're doing a basic pattern, whatever, and then roof block, and then follow up. Roof block, follow up. Roof block, follow up. Doesn't matter what you follow up with. Roof block. Roof block. So you got basic roof block. Remember, all of your deflections are going to start with the zoning, deflecting, checking, and then counter striking. Zone, deflect, check, counter strike. Zone, deflect, check, counter strike. Right? So, second one, outside sweep. Outside sweep. The outside sweep is any angle that's coming towards this side of my body. I have an outside sweep where I'm, again, have a slight outward angle of my stick so it doesn't collapse back into my face. I have to attack the strike that's coming out. And a small detail you might be thinking about is using your wrist. Boom. All right, so that if you're blocking, you're not having your fingers right here, because that could release the stick. So instead, you're bracing it back with your thumb and your hand right here, so you have a much more solid deflection. Because remember, you're going to be dealing with really hard incoming strikes, not just little flicks. People are coming at you like, they're trying to smash you. So, deflect. I'm zoning, deflecting. I check to stop the momentum of the strike even more, and then I follow up. So again, I could go outside deflection, follow up. Roof deflection, outside deflection, roof deflection. Move around a little bit, doesn't matter. Outside deflection, roof deflection. Moving around. Whatever striking, whatever numbering system I might want to throw in there, I will, and then I deflect. All right, next one is inside sweep, inside sweep, inside sweep. Once again, we're zoning to get away from the power of the strike. We're deflecting and then checking. End with our follow-up. Zone, deflect, check, follow-up. Now, one thing on the inside sweep, this is, again, because of time and place and where your stick is, this is why you have to do an inside deflection versus like roof deflection versus a low wing, all right, is because of where your stick is while you're moving, and all of a sudden someone strikes and you have to immediately defend. So dealing with a very hard incoming strike on this side, you have to, again, focus on how much force is going to be coming in. If I just kind of have my hand with my fingers and thumb facing me, there's a good chance that the stick is going to come right out. So focus on really curling your wrist under and attacking that stick, all right? Attacking the incoming blow. Once again, there's a slight outward angle of my stick so that I can deal with the force and it's not going to deflect right into my own face and head. So zone, deflect, boom. This, again, forces the stick into my hand in a stronger way, allows me to block with my thumb and hold this strong. My hand is in a much more powerful position than if I'm just like this where my stick is weak, right? So a little bit of a wrist curl, you're attacking, you're zoning, you're deflecting, and again, follow up. So roof deflection, follow up with whatever you may follow up with. Outside sweep, follow up with whatever you want. Inside deflection, roof block, outside sweep, inside sweep, moving around, roof block, outside sweep, inside sweep. You can just simply do the blocks, or think about stroking with your stick, moving around, deflecting, following up, hitting, then attacking and defending, just with those basic strikes and basic deflections. You're kind of dealing with all the incoming blows that are coming towards your head and upper body. Roof, outside deflection, inside deflection. Focus on your checking hand. A lot of people forget the importance of the checking hand when they're doing their Carenza. And even when they're doing sombrata or anything else, sometimes they just kind of touch and not really focusing on how important it is to be able to monitor, to control, to be able to basically have an understanding of range and where this hand is at all times, because this is your live hand. This is the hand that's going to be able to control, grab, disarm. This one is the beating hand, all right? Your stick is doing the hitting, doing the deflecting. This is doing the controlling. It's doing the wrapping. It's doing the grabbing. Very important. So when you are doing your Carenza, move with purpose. Understand what both hands are doing and why they're doing it. Keep your checking hand up. Keep your checking hand active. And really focus on how you're hitting with it. Are you grabbing? I may go into like a snake. So I'm using my hand to wrap around their arm, to wrap around their arm, to wrap around the arm. And so I make the motion, I imitate and mimic the exact motion that I would be if I was deflecting. Now, of course, with this, you have to understand first and foremost your basic deflections, and that's why it's important to work with a partner doing sombrata, numerato, various different types of drills where someone is striking at you, so that you have a visualization of what is coming towards you and how to deflect it. So it's not just some made-up fantasy move where you just kind of flink at your stick around, but be very thoughtful, very purposeful in your movement, very focused on what you're doing with your footwork, with your zoning, with your checking hand, how your hand is, how you're dealing with the power of the incoming blow. Am I actually moving my head and zoning? The whole purpose of the deflection is not to get hit in the major parts of my bony areas like my brain and my head, my hands, my elbows, my knees. All right, you can take a lot more shots in the softer parts than you think, unless of course it's a blade. But with a blunt object, we would stick spar and stick spar hard, and you'd have welts all over your body. And sometimes they would sting, but you would just keep going. But if your wrist bone or your hand or your elbow or any bone really got hit hard and nerve got hit, immediately it was sometimes dangerous and damaging. So you had to be very concerned about where you were and where your bones were. So you're guarding those all of the time. That's the whole purpose of the deflections. All right, so as you're moving around, doing your basic movement and stroking patterns and numbering systems and different attacks that you know with your stick, start adding your basic deflections. Roof, inside, outside deflection. Right? We're just going to focus on those basic ones right now because oftentimes those are the attacks that someone is going after is your head, your upper body, trying to take your head out. If you're thinking about more or less not skilled people with a stick who are going to attack your legs and shins and feet, but someone who's just trying to smash you, thinking about guarding your head. Now, with that in mind, I'm just going to do a little bit of a flow here. So we'll see what we got. I don't even know what we got on the old music box here. Ooh, 70s, sweet.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be bright,
Left hand.
bright, sunshiny day.
Both hands must be worked. Fluid transitions. Again, flowing, being fluid, having fun with it, and just simply being creative. There's no right or wrong. It's just time spent. So have a blast, keep flowing, every single day. It's a great way to start your day. It's a great way to warm up before you're going to hit something. And it's a great way to cool down after you've had a hard workout and you just want to take care, rejuvenate, and recover. Carenza, one of my favorite training methods for just about everything movement.